Hi and welcome. Today I want to share how I made these handmade kind of washi tapes that I shared over on my Instagram account recently, and today I'm playing with some stencils on the Gelli plate, and all these stencils will be available soon in our shop with our new release. Should be around the mid of June. For the washi tape, I'm using gummed paper tape. That means there is a layer of dry glue on the back side of the tape, and once you wet it, it will get sticky and you can adhere it. I bought mine from Clairefontaine. It's a white one with a width of 4 centimeters, and I will try to link it up in the video description. And here I'm experimenting a bit with the stencils on the Gelli plate. I haven't done this for a long time. The stencils that I am using are not the ones that I ordered for the shop. These are cut with my Silhouette Cameo, and I have only some thin stencil material because a thicker one would not get cut in the Cameo. So the quality of them is not super good, but I feel for laying them on the gel plate, it's good enough. That's the thing that I found quite hard with stencils, that you have laying a lot around you and you have to clean them a bit in between, and that takes up a lot of space. That's the reason why I often use just rubber stamps for making backgrounds with the Gelli plate. But I have to say that the textures I get and the backgrounds are so nice, and I'm very happy that I made these stencils. I let this dry a little bit, not fully, just for a few moments, and then I cover it with a lighter color to pull that print. Well, I'm going not to pull the print with one sheet of paper, I'm going to do this with the paper tape. I now cover it up piece by piece. I just try to align it right after the first print, so I get the tape fully covered with a pattern. The tape is not as rough as usual paper, so it does not pick up all the textures on the Gelli plate, but I don't mind that. I will just use these leftover textures on my next print. And when I'm done with the whole plate, I just cut this piece apart and I will lay it aside to let it dry. And later we will be back and I show you how I decorate some of these printed paper tapes with more stamped images. You have to take care a little bit that you print on the right side because they are quite similar, so be carefully not to print the side where the glue is on. I have prepared some stamps and I'm using StazOn inks because they dry super fast on an acrylic surface. And I'm laying a sheet of paper underneath because I don't want to stamp all over my desk the whole time. The stamps I've picked are from our Mixed Media Marks #1 stamp set. And I always stamp a part of the tape that could fit nicely on my desk with different images and just randomly here and there. And then I move the tape forward and stamp the rest of it. So I will speed up the process now a little bit because the video is quite long at the moment and I try to get it a bit quicker. And now I had the idea to stamp both tapes at the same time, so I don't waste the stamping ink and it goes twice as fast. Of course, if you want to use different images, then this would not work. But I decided to use the same images and so I get the results a little bit quicker. To store my tape, I'm using these paper rolls from my label printer. Once the labels run out, I have these rolls left over and glad I kept them all. And now I will use them to store these washi tapes. I just add a little bit of glue to the end and adhere it to that paper roll. And then it's easy to roll it up completely. I would recommend making sure that your tape is 100% dry so it will not stick to itself, and also maybe don't roll it up too strong, so it doesn't get the chance to adhere to itself. Once the tape is rolled up, I'm using a piece of washi tape, of normal washi tape, to adhere the end so it doesn't come off again. And here I'm doing the same with the other tape that I printed. And as this is so much fun and very addicting, I am going to do another tape design now. And this time I have 2 jelly plates, and I believe I grabbed the bigger one than the one I had before, because the bigger the plate, the more tape you can print, of course. And yeah, that's the reason. And here again, I'm experimenting with the stencil designs. And as I said, these are not the original stencils because I don't have the right material. The stencils that we will have in the shop are made from the right stencil material. Sometimes in between I clean my jelly plates, and therefore I try to use the empty back sides of some old prints because that doesn't give me more papers to store. And I also like to have double-sided design papers because sometimes I have projects where you see both sides of the paper, and then it's quite nice when it's not white or empty. And when I have some empty spaces on the tape, I try to fill those with little leftovers from my plate. For this print, I decided to make a first print and a ghost print on the tape. That means that I'm just printing a one layer and then on the same area of the plate a second layer on the next piece of the tape. You will soon see what I mean. And here I just recognized that I don't get any color shifts because I'm printing in the wrong direction. So I will now change the direction and I will print from top to bottom. And in the end, I will also use the small plate that I used as my little helper to fill the tape. I will speed this up a little bit so you don't get bored. And here I'm stamping the tape that I just printed. I let it dry, of course, before I do the stamping. And I just aligned 2 of the textured flowers on an acrylic block. And I stamped them directly to the tape. I think that's quite a nice design for a washi tape. And here I decided to add more stamping with the stars from that same stamp set to the tape. And here I'm just rolling the tape up. I have another tape that is ready to get some images on. And here I'm using stamps from the Cuff Collection number 3 in the clear version. And I will also speed up this stamping because it just takes some time until I am finished with the whole tape. I don't use only black ink, I also mix between different colors that I think will match the paper. And on this tape I also used stamps from the Mix It Up 2 stamp set and from our pencil marks, just what I felt will look good. I have a little bonus in this video and I will show you how I make my handmade stickers. I recently used some of them in my collages. I have already videos up on my channel where I share how I make these stickers, and I will only make 2 sheets today, and I speed up that process because the video was an hour long. I'm just creating a pattern on my gel plate and then I'm going to print a sheet of printable label stickers. There you also have to make sure to print the right side, not the back side of the whole sheet. And once this is dry, I'm going to add more patterns with stamping. While this is drying, I just going to make a second one. If your paint was quite dry or the layer was thin, it might happen that the stickers adhere to the jelly plate. I just pick them up and glue them back into their place on the sticker sheet. To create some more texture on these stickers, I'm just stamping them, and there it also might happen that the stickers will adhere to your acrylic, not your acrylic block, to your clear stamp. This might not happen when you're using rubber stamps. I don't mind that at all. I just quickly stamp some patterns randomly all over the sheet. It might not look good on the whole sheet, but once you pick up a single sticker, it will look quite nice. I will now remove the rest of the sheet so you can see how the stickers are turning out. You can use the leftover thing and stick it to your art journal as a background, for example. You can just leave it on the sheet to use it when you cut something out of it or the small pieces in between. I just remove it to show you how the stickers are turning out. You can see the sheet might look quite nice as a complete background in a bigger art journal that you then can add another layer with paint or such to it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos, and I wish you a wonderful weekend. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter so you get informed when the new release is in the shop. Bye!